Hello, Journey Junkie community, and welcome back to the mat. Today we are doing a full body chakra flow to prepare us for the upcoming chakra challenge. We will essentially move through all 7 energetic centers. We won't go into too much detail because that's what the challenge is for, but this is a wonderful precursor to help you prepare and get into the mindset as the challenge unfolds. So if you are not signed up for the Chakra Challenge, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. Come join us. It's a free 7-day experience to journey through each of our energetic centers, starting at the root chakra and making our way all the way up to the crown chakra together. So again, for today's flow, we're doing a full body version of that, touching briefly on each one and really just breathing deeply and enjoying ourselves, preparing ourselves for the journey ahead. Again, if you're not signed up, link is in the description below. So for this class, we are going to start in Balasana, child's pose. I will meet you there. Okay, at the back of the mat, making your way into child's pose, Balasana, to start our practice. Reaching out through the fingertips, stretching through the side body, and then melting the chest and the forehead down. I always love transitioning into child's pose. So this is our opportunity to ground into the practice, into the present moment. We're beginning in this simple, effective, grounding posture so that we can connect to our root chakra, the 𝗪𝗲𝗏 chakra. That's at the base of our spine, allowing us to feel a sense of security and stability, belonging here in this moment. So take a few breaths, focus your energy on connecting to this supportive, secure ground beneath, and allow yourself to come into this moment. Last breath here. And begin to lift the torso up. Bring the knees together if they're not coming into toe stand. So curling the toes under behind you. And then walking the hips back over the heels. It is very intense for some of us. Sometimes I like to make sure that my pinky toes are unrolled because they get stuck. Little chubby pinky toes that I have, and breathe here. So option to stay and breathe because sometimes it's a lot. Option to modify and bring the toes down, or option to move into some fluid cat-cows using whatever arm variations you want. So you can wrap them behind the head. You could do some big circles, inhaling to open, exhaling to close. You can use goalposts. Take about 5 breaths, moving with fluidity, moving like water, tapping into our creative center of our sacral chakra, which the element is water. So making that fluid-like movement. A couple more breaths. Last one. And come forward to tabletop. Ooh, release those toes and make your way into downward facing dog. You might need a moment to pitter patter the feet out and then come into downward facing dog. First, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You know the drill. Move it out, walk it out, bend it out, breathe it out. Alrighty, coming to stillness with feet together. Listen up, so here we go. Take an inhale breath and come onto your toes and then send your heels over to the right. Pick them up over to the left. Let your core help you here, strong arms. Keep moving like that, shifting to the right and up and over to the left. One more time each side. Over to the right and over to the left. Coming back through to neutral, rocking forward plank pose. Same thing that we just did. So inhale breath. Take the heels over to the right. A little bit harder. Inhale through center to the left. Keep moving like that. A couple more times. Turning on that inner fire, that inner heat, tapping now into our third chakra, Manipura. The element is fire. Come back through to center and come down to your forearms. And you can guess it, we're doing the same thing. So here we go, inhale. Exhale, heels to the right. Hello, obliques. Over to the left. Back through to center, keep moving like that. So this energetic center, our Manipura chakra, is all about energy, purpose, willpower, warrior-like transformations. So really tap into it here. A couple more breaths. One more time each side. Back through to neutral, come up to plank pose. And take it back to downward facing dog. Whew. One big breath here. Inhale to gaze forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. First fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center, moving through some low lunges. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, the right foot to the back of the mat, knee softens down. Listen, inhale up, goal post arms. Really focusing on expanding through the collarbone and the throat here, our heart and throat chakras. Exhale, hands down through heart center, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back, knee comes down. Inhale, rise up, goal post arms, opening through the chest and the throat. Exhale, hands down through hearts, down to the foot, step to the top of the mat. Again, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, right foot goes back, knee softens down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Step your way there. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back. Soften it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hands down, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Reach through those fingertips. Imagine that you're Breathing through all 7 chakras here. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale the left foot to the back of the mat. This time keep the knee lifted. Runner's lunge. Take a breath here. Pull through the heart. So don't allow the chest to collapse. Keep the heart lifted. Long neck. Another breath. Exhale to pivot the back foot down as you inhale to rise up for 𝗪𝗔𝗔 2. Come into your heel to arch alignment here. And then let's check in with a few things. So heel to arch, we got it going on. Knee tractioning over the second and third toe, pushing down through the big toe to activate that inner quad. Nice healthy bend in the front leg, right? Arms are reaching out to the sides. And here in this posture, we're embodying a warrior. So we're rooting down, we're activating our root chakra. We're building up heat and fire, our purpose, our 𝗪𝗲𝗶𝗵 chakra. And then you could say that we're using our 5th and 6th chakras, the ability to speak our truth and act with intuition to embody the warrior here. A couple more breaths. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg just to transition into goddess pose. So pop both heels in, toes out, and then sit it low, 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 low. You want to use the strength of your outer hips to send the knees back as you drop down low. Maintain the strength in the pelvic floor. And breathe it out for 10, 9. Feel free to close your eyes like I am. 7, 6, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the fingers to the sky, and then pop the feet in now so that the sides of the feet are parallel with the mat, hands to hips. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold into Prasarita, Padottanasana, taking your time to fold down. Bringing the weight into the toes, active legs here, relaxing head and neck. On an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the front of the mat, so bend deeply into the right leg as the left leg straightens and you come up onto the left heel here. Hello, hamstring stretch. Take a breath. And take it to the back of the mat, Skandasana, left knee. So moving like water here, tapping back into our 2nd chakra. Take it back to the front of the mat. However, transition into a runner's lunge. And then we're stepping into tree pose. So see if you can do it with the challenges without bringing this left foot to the ground as you step up. It would look like so. Bending the back leg, inhaling to rise up, and bringing the tree-like stance to whatever height you enjoy. And hey, if that transition didn't pan out like you wanted it to, don't worry, we have the other side and you can replay this video. A couple breaths here in Vrikshasana. This is a wonderful pose to focus on your 3rd eye chakra, ajna, your intuition and understanding. So really honing it into this space, finding that drishti point of focus, breathing. Option to lift the arms for 1 breath. And exhale everything down through center into mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take a vinyasa in between. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. maybe all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Immediately inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the right foot goes back. We're in a runner's lunge. So again, making sure that that heart is pulling through and not collapsing here. Couple breaths. Alrighty, drop that back foot down. Inhale, rise up. 𝗪𝗔 2. Take your time. Come into that with a lot of grace and ease. Checking in with heel to arch alignment, checking in with the front knee, making sure we're all at the party. Arms extend, a few breaths embodying that warrior-like energy. Next, inhale, begin to straighten the front leg just to transition into goddess pose. Apologies for my butt to the camera. Toes out, heels in. Sit it down, low, low, low. Really use the outer hips to pull the knees back, and we bounce it out for 10, or feel free to hold in stillness. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, toes in and forward fold for Prasarita, hinging at the hips, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. We'll be here for a few breaths. Option for a headstand if that's in your practice. Otherwise, just bring the weight into the balls of the feet, hang out, enjoy the stretch along the hamstrings. If you're in headstand, make your way back down to meet us. Everyone, inhale, lifts up halfway. Exhale, skandasana to the front of the mat, so left knee bends. Take it to the right. Moving with fluidity, just like water, tapping into our sacral chakra, that water-like element. Bring it forward, come into that runner's lunge, and we're transitioning into Vrikshasana, tree pose. So again, try this transition out. You want to gaze forward, bend the back leg, stand up, take your time, find tree pose. Good job, whatever you ended up doing. Once you get there, plant yourself, root yourself down. Send the energy up through the energetic chakra system, all the way up to your third eye here, helping you focus on that 𝘄𝗶𝘁 point. Last breath, feel free to send the arms high and open up the chest. And exhale everything down, mountain pose. Last vinyasa, inhale the arms high. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale your way to chaturanga. You can step back to plank or hop back if you're ready. couple breaths in downward facing dog. Recollect yourself, reconnect yourself. Recognizing all that moving life force within that we've created here in just a short moment. Last breath. And exhale the knees down. Sorry, one thing I forgot to mention is if you have a strap nearby, now is the time to grab it. You can also use a towel or a belt or a scarf, or you can simply do the motion without a strap or a prop as well. So we're moving into some shoulder circles and then into a back bend for camel pose. So part of the chakra system is knowing that when we get to the top, the crown chakra, it's about unattachment and full conscious awareness. So we've worked through all of the mental blocks or physical, emotional blocks to reach this space of transcendence of non-attachment. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I'm on the path and I'm working on it, right? And that's why we're here. So this flow is all about just working into each crevice so that we can tap into all aspects of the energetic center. And now I will stop talking. So strap comes in front of you. You want the hands clasping it wider than shoulder width distance. On an inhale, we lift it up and we open the chest, and then slowly, I haven't done these in a while, you bring them back down towards the bum. We're gonna move a few times like that. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. If you work at a desk or a computer, which most of us do, or drive a car a lot, these are wonderful to do regularly. Really take your time though. Don't force the movement. And wherever you are, begin to finish up, bringing the strap down, moving into camel pose. So we're ready for this posture. We're nice and warm. We've done some good prep work. Camel pose can be modified with blocks on the outsides of the feet, or by bringing the toes up and clasping the heels, or just by staying here and lifting through the heart. So whatever you're choosing today, knees hip width distance. Make sure your quads are aware that they're helping you. Make sure that your hamstrings and glutes are aware that they're helping you. Hands come to the low back. Guide the pelvis down, the sacrum down. Hands come to the ribs. Open the heart up. Then I like to bring the hands back to the back and again begin to lift here. So inhale, spiral open. As you send the hips forward and the sacrum down, moving to your depth. Once you get there, we have 3 breaths. Begin to make your way up, unwinding the body, sit the heels, the bum back on the heels, and take a moment of rest. Notice the powerful effects of back bending postures. They feel so good and so intense. Inhale, rise back up. Let's go again. So make all your adjustments so that you're ready to move into it. And then on your own breath, you can begin to descend and open. Begin to unwind. Sit back. And we'll go one more time for good measure. Take another breath here. If If 3 is too much, you can stay here and keep breathing. If you're with me last time, you know how to set up the pose for your body, and then begin to breathe into it. Slowly make your way up. Sit back on the heels and lower down into child's pose. Knees together, arms go back, forehead softens down. Take 5 breaths here. Last breath. Inhale, lift the gaze, walk yourself forward into Sphinx pose, extending the legs back, softening down onto the hips. Make this a gentle one. Just a few breaths. Continuing to notice the after effects. And exhale the forehead all the way onto the ground, stacking one hand onto the other. And we're moving into half frog pose, but it's so restorative. So right leg stays long, and we hike the left leg up. So checking in to make sure that the knee is in line with the hip, and then you can just let the foot hang. It doesn't need to flex or do any work. And we're just hanging out. Breathing. Enjoying the fruits of our movement. And slowly release that left leg. Extend it back. Right leg hikes up. Make sure that that ankle is in line with the knee, and then the foot is just hanging out. Switch the hand that's on top, and then rest the forehead back down. Nothing to do but be present and breathe. That's it. Your only job. last breath here. Extend the right leg back. And come on up to a kneeling position. So we will end our practice with a yogi recess. I recommend some type of inversion so that we can get to the final chakra, the crown chakra. So integrating all of the energetic system. I'll be taking headstand. You can use a wall. I don't recommend handstand or forearm balance right now as we are very calm and relaxed. You can do shoulder stand to plow pose. You can simply take your legs up on a wall. So a few minutes for yogi recess, and then we will end with a nice supine twist and Shavasana. Remembering we want to keep that relaxation really, really active right now, so nothing too intense. If you took headstand, make sure you do child's pose to counter the posture. If you're in shoulder stand, make your way to plow. If your legs are up against the wall, continue hanging out. You can even take Shavasana there. But everyone begin to meet on our backs. Coming into a final supine twist, cross the right knee over the left, let the legs spill over to the left, and the right arm to extend out to the side. Breathe here all along the right side body. And inhale back through to center. Use your low belly to get you there. Unwind the legs. Switch sides. Take it over to the right. Left arm extends out long. Inhale it back through to center. Moving into our final posture, Shavasana. Extend the legs. Take up space on your mat. Take up a lot of space. Palms rest down by your sides, facing up in an act of receiving. Shoulder blades down the back. Neck is long. Take a cleansing breath. Big inhale. Exhale to release. Allow your brain to just sink into the back of the skull here. Your eyes to go along with it. Your jaw to soften. Your tongue to float freely. And every muscle to simply relax and rest, allowing our body, mind, and soul to integrate. Shavasana. Start to take deeper breaths. Feel your rib cage expand and your heart lift. Flood the body with your breath, recirculating that prana. Inviting your fingers and your toes to make small movements. Circling the ankles and the wrists. And when you're ready, inhaling the arms overhead, reaching and extending, feeling that sense of integration. Exhale onto your favorite side for fetal pose. Taking a moment to thank yourself for stepping on the mat. And then keeping the eyes closed, gently sitting up and coming into Sukhasana, easy seat, to close our practice. As you come into your seated posture, I want you to envision rooting down through the base of your spine, sending the energy all the way up through that column, that panel of energetic wheels, which are the chakras, which we are about to explore, and then coming out of the crown of the head. So, huge line of energy circling down and up, down and up. And with all of that intention, inhale the arms out to the side. Palms touch overhead, exhale them down through heart center. We close with the unifying vibration of Om. Big inhale through the nose. Open your eyes. Welcome back to the mat. Thank you so much for joining me for this really lovely, expansive, connective practice where we did touch on each chakra, not necessarily in order, but throughout the practice we did do a little bit of each wheel. So again, if you were not signed up for the Chakra Challenge, now is the time. Click the link in the description below. Come join us. It is 7 classes, each focused on one energetic center at a time. And I am so excited to offer it to our community, and I hope you decide to join us. With that said, I'll meet you back here in the Zen Den on the mat.